I'm Cadillacing through the hood, sitting on 24. 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 I'm Cadillac.
Good evening, everyone. It's your host, PSTOCK. This is iHipHopTV Conversations. It's something new that I've been playing with. We're going to bring people in and have conversations about music, industry-related stuff. Just to keep people abreast of what's happening, what's going on in the music industry. Definitely check us out on the live show today. It was at 4 p.m. Eastern Time, 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Check it out. Subscribe to the channel, definitely, because you'll get alerted. Like when this is uploaded and released, you'll get an alert and let you know you can go, hey, there's something new. iHipHopTV, spreading that knowledge. Got to go collect that knowledge, make it happen. Definitely want to check it out. But this is Conversations. Big shout out to the team. iHipHop family, I like to say. Dark Diva, Aladdin 19, Dr. Richard, Virago, 2K Kent, Young Naz, everybody that follows and watches, all family. So, this is going to be interesting. We're going to do this tonight. I have a guest that I've been dying to get on here. His knowledge in the music industry that's phenomenal. Some of the stuff that he'll tell you and that you're going to find out. And I got some questions I want to know. I want to hear his opinions on some things. But this is Rob J. He used to be a DJ, a former DJ. I used to carry his records. What's up, Rob?
Hey,
what's up with the people?
What's going on, PSTOCK?
He's representing.
iHipHop family.
He's representing. He's definitely representing.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Well, what's happening,
so it's good to hear from you and see you, my brother. Yeah, over here
definitely.
on the other side of the world, sitting in the trap. You know that.
Sitting in the trap. That's right.
Yeah.
So yeah, what's happening, man? It's getting cold. Winter's coming along. And I just want to, let people know that we came back in the day. We was DJing and everything.
Oh yeah,
the music
definitely.
was a lot different.
What was it, like 4 crates of records that I said, hey man, you just got to carry a couple records.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, you're lugging what? 4 crates I'd have.
Yeah, all day long.
He's like, oh man, am I getting paid?
Get the records. Get the speakers.
Yeah.
Get that. They walk around with the mic.
With mic and some headphones.
Funny. Yeah, the mic and some headphones. Yeah.
No. I'll grab the turntables. Those are my babies.
Oh yeah. Pioneers. No, what?
Techniques.
Technique. Yeah, Technique.
Yeah, Techniques.
Radio
Remember Technique
Shack.
back in the day? Yes, Radio Shack was the place.
Yep. So that was good. That was good. So I want to start off and just talk about something. We was just talking about something, a topic I do want to talk that's going to lead up. These questions is leading into it.
Right.
Because it's a very funny thing. But what do you think of the current state of music and hip-hop overall right now?
Well, it's not original, in my opinion. I love what they're doing, but there are elements to hip-hop. We all know this. Mm-hmm. The DJ, like back in the day, we had breakers. Mm-hmm. Graffiti artists on the wall. Mm-hmm. It's the elements of hip hop it's not there. So that's why us old heads, a lot of us aren't calling it hip hop. They call it mumble rap. Mm-hmm. I'm not calling it mumble rap. It's basic rap music because DOS Effects. You remember them?
Yeah, I remember DOS. Yeah.
Our old heads were like, what are they talking about? Biggity bow, what?
Mm-hmm.
So
scuba the back, boom, bang.
Yeah,
anything.
DOS Effects, and there were a couple other cats.
Yeah.
I mean, the dudes that came out of Chicago. Oh my goodness, he was one of the fastest rappers in the world. Yes.
Twister. Yeah.
Yes, and. So, the old heads were like, damn, he's speaking so fast. What is he talking about? I mean, that was the 90s. That was the early 90s,
Yeah,
Twister.
yeah,
So I'm going to let these cats do their thing. I think they're brilliant because, see, we were falling on the hands of the industry with labels
yeah, yeah. True,
and
real talk.
trying to get signed. And you get signed, cool. If and you're sitting back there waiting on someone to call your name next. Okay,
Yeah,
you drop this album now, I don't like it, go sit down for about 3-4 months. You got a whole entire massive label mates, you know
mm-hmm.
where these dudes are independent, they're doing their own thing. SoundCloud first, then they jump on the scene with their Instagram, and they can do it. They're
Mm-hmm.
doing it,
Mm-hmm.
so I'm letting them do their thing. I felt some kind of way about it at first. Then I thought about it. I said, wait a minute, flip the script.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So,
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and
yeah,
it's all good.
yeah,
Production's great. Better than what our little 808s and sitting there.
yeah, yeah. But it's funny. Well, the MP is the one.
Yeah,
I should sit there and trim track snippets and trim and
right.
everything all day in the MIDI. But you was talking about that today. Who do you think is the hottest producer today, right now?
Trackmaster's doing great, and I can't say who's really the hottest producer, but let's see. There's a lot. Everybody's on point right now. These young cats, like I said, it's hard to name a lot. Metro Boomin's doing his thing, and he's been out there the longest, but
Mm-hmm.
a good while.
Mm-hmm.
Man, they're all doing good.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's eating, and even in these trying times.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So,
Mm-hmm. And I know you know all about social media.
oh yeah.
You don't partake in it, so you think that's the big thing.
Oh no, they can hit me up on Twitter.
Okay, all right, on
Yeah,
Twitter.
or
Should have
my
said so.
OnlyFans page, but that's for the chicks.
No, okay,
No, I'm just joking.
okay. I was going to say you ain't give me no Twitter address. I do. I forgot. If you want everyone to know, let's give them your Twitter address. For
Oh
sure.
no, it's okay. I'm not posting anything. Like you said, I'm just a lurker.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm,
Yodeling around, checking it out, getting the good
that's
news.
that's all.
Yeah. Who do you think, in your opinion, is the greatest producer of all time in hip hop? Would you say, in your opinion?
Well, um, DJ Premier was always at the top of my,
Yeah, Primo.
primo. I mean, and
Dabble in that camp.
yeah,
D&D.
the phenomenal beats. He worked with so many artists,
Yeah, yeah.
and I really can't think of anyone that could really top him. There's a lot there. I'd have to go way back. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, in the beginning, Curtis Blow, he produced everybody in the game.
Mm-hmm.
People
A
only
lot of
look at
people don't know that. Yeah.
yeah, they only look at Curtis Blow as this that was a corny Christmas rap and basketball. No, Curtis Blow produced everybody back in the day, and those beats were incredible.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's I go for the greats,
Mm-hmm.
you
Mm-hmm.
know, and there were some whack producers.
Mm-hmm. Who's the
Who
wackest? Who would you call the wackest producer of your time?
I'm not going to throw no names out there
Okay.
because I mean a couple of them whack cats
Smart.
came, lucked up and had a really great jam,
Mm-hmm.
and we're going to know and be like, oh, okay. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't really like to throw people under the bus.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I had some whack ass scratches at one point. I broke a couple needles, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Got drunk, spilled beer all on my mixer,
Mm-hmm.
right in the middle of a banging party. But good thing I was already paid.
Yeah. Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
it happens. It happens. So you
Yeah.
come across a good beat, you luck up, and now your career is just skyrocketing. But
Yeah.
DJ Premier, man, and when
Mhm.
he was with Guru and Gangstar,
Yeah,
oh,
Gangstar was
those were the
classics. Yeah.
those were the days. Those were the days.
Guru, yeah, Gangster. I
But
remember
the
them
reason
days.
why I brought up Premier, he started it back in '89 or 80 something. He's from Texas, okay?
Right, right,
A lot of people don't know that. They think he's a New Yorker,
right.
but he's from Texas, and he was doing this thing in college,
Mm-hmm.
you know. But when he got to New York, man, it was just oh, another level.
Mm-hmm.
He took it to another level. He worked with so many people, man.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But and he's still turntable. He's a turntablist.
Yeah, yeah. I
You
remember
know.
Premiere when you go up there like MOP when we was doing MOP.
Hmm.
You go they Premiere was doing all their stuff. So you had to
Yeah.
wait on Premiere. Premiere them
Yeah.
tracks that didn't come overnight.
No.
Well, and then
No.
you couldn't just get one or two. You had to get five or six.
No.
And MOP it was love.
Hmm.
From the
Hmm.
loud days. So yeah, but Premiere was serious, and then some of the artists uh, after right before a Guru died, a couple months.
Oh,
So
okay. Okay.
we used to go up in D, and we had
Hmm.
Mendoza from Wyckoff, Doza,
Hmm.
Little Roy, Puerto Rican kid. We had up
Right.
there, and and they was getting work in, and then it's like when Guru died, things it changed. That was his man. They were a team.
Oh well, of
But
course. I didn't mean to cut you off. I'm sorry, but it's still going on.
oh
Guru's
yeah,
son.
yeah.
Guru's
Guru's son
son.
is back. Yeah, he's in it now.
Well, Premier reached out to him.
Hmm.
We was chilling in the dungeon, and the album's out. The CD's out. It came out last year.
Okay.
Oh, it's banging. It's called The Best Yet,
Okay.
and they took and got all of Guru's unreleased rhymes because Premier he's a steward over that. He has stewardship
Yeah.
over a lot of that,
Yeah.
and it, it's phenomenal. You got to hear it. It's called The Best Yet.
The best
Came out,
yet.
yeah, it came out last year. It's DJ Premier and it's Guru. It's a Guru.
It's a Guru banger. I know. I've
Yeah.
heard the single.
Oh,
it got the
this.
long
Yeah, it has. I think
interlude
about
to it.
18 on it.
Yeah.
18.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
tracks.
I seen the video.
His son's good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, his son. You could feel the spirit of Guru.
Yeah. And
In it.
yeah.
Oh
And that's the
yeah,
thing. It's hard to
you can hear
replace.
ball head slick.
Yeah. You can hear ball head. You can hear slick. You can hear
You
him.
can hear the ball head slick.
You know. I was talking about it earlier too. Pete Rock just dropped a new instrumental.
Hmm. Yeah,
The Pete
yeah.
instrumental. 3. You got the new single "Say It Again" on it.
Hmm.
So that's interesting.
Pete Rock's a very good producer. Also,
Yeah, that's what he's doing. That's all he's doing
that
it's
guy
like
is.
all instrumentals. He's
Oh
phenomenal.
yeah,
He's
yeah, yeah.
phenomenal.
I have a couple that I got from Spotify that I listen to when I'm driving around the track,
Right.
and you want to get into that zone, slam your helmet in the seat.
And
You got the
take off.
jams. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Y'all can get out there and watch Robbie racing, but that's another story. Oh yeah, DJ Rob.
It's happening. Yeah.
But it's a different world when you don't have that producer element, so to speak,
Right.
that old school, because a lot of stuff is done on computer now.
Yeah.
And
Instruments is gone.
yeah, and
Used to
I
love
watched the
them
cat take a
instruments.
microphone, and capture his snap. And he, and then he hit that in there,
Yeah.
and then something else. He's like scratch Rob, like, and remember our favorite scratch back then was Fresh, you
Yeah.
know,
Fresh.
and
Yeah.
hit fresh, 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 and he'd load that up,
Mm-hmm.
and you know, it
Mm-hmm.
wasn't Fruity Loops.
It wasn't Fruity Loops. No. No.
No,
No. It
no,
wasn't Fruity Loops.
no Fruity
The
Loops.
favorite we used to dabble with outside of Pro Tools was
Hmm.
we liked Logic. We
Hmm.
looked up and had the full kit of Logic audio. with all the plugins and everything.
Oh
You
yeah.
know, the
Oh
sound banks.
yeah.
We used to mix, master everything. We had it all.
Hmm.
Sound banks, the whole 9 yards.
Yeah.
Back there when I was dealing with Infinite in
Hmm.
New Jersey, Camden. You
Hmm.
know, and I had Infinite and
Right.
the boys were up
Jersey's a
there.
beautiful place, man. A lot of good people came out of there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a lot of people that people don't know about.
Oh man, my boy Raggedy Reggie. Well, they know Reggie Noble, but the younger
Okay.
people probably know him as Redman.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah, Reggie Noble.
yeah.
And
Reggie.
Raggedy Reggie. When
Hmm.
yeah, Reggie's a cool dude, man. He came up out of there. There's Raw Digger,
Hmm.
and
Hmm.
Tretch, and
Yeah.
a lot of cats
Lot of
came out of
names.
Jersey.
We used to do a lot of showcases up in Newark with
Yeah,
Tretch. You know,
yeah,
we went up there and turned one out, and after that,
yeah.
every time they was calling us for the summer
Right,
festival events, they was calling us for,
right, right.
we was getting main stage headline, So we
Mm-hmm.
was, with the artists I had, and a lot of times, like some of the artists, because I had New York, I was dealing with artists all over. They would want to
Right.
go. I'm not going over Brick City and doing it. And the only one that would go and would turn it out was Inf. Inf would show up and
Mm-hmm.
go because he was doing the tracks pretty much.
Right,
So we
right.
went up there and we always turned out. And after the first time, then everybody wanted to start jumping on. So then we
Yeah, after
start
it got hot.
controlling it. Yeah, yeah.
After it got hot.
It was fun, and then we took that into the
Mhm.
with this group I had. We took that into Philly Blaze and everything, and then when I got enough of that, that's when I went over and joined with Swiss's Pop TD. After that, and went to
Right.
was handling Cassidy with TD and
Oh,
everything.
okay.
But with Full Surface, from Rough Riders, went to Rough Riders
Right,
and then the Full
right,
Surface.
right.
So, but
Yeah, they're
yeah,
still doing their thing too.
yeah,
Reggie's still doing his thing. He's actually DJing. You know
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
Reggie, his people don't realize Redman's favorite music is house music. It's that club music. That
Oh yeah, yeah,
yeah, yeah,
yeah,
dude is still doing that, man.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
there's a lot of them that that come
yeah.
up in the club and the house scene,
Yeah, I
and
found
then
out through Idris. I was rapping with Idris Elba.
okay,
Uh, Yoba Elba. He got mad at me for. Yeah, I still say it too, man. I
yeah,
know he's gonna be pissed if he sees this. But anyway, he very famous DJ
yeah,
in London.
okay, yeah,
It's before his acting days.
yeah,
Shoes and boots and shoes and boots.
yeah.
I mean,
Shoes
dude
and
would
boots, right,
yeah, shoes and boots. And he got pissed if I said that because he's serious.
right.
But yeah, and so we start talking about different actors and DJs and rappers, and I did not know that Redman was in that
That
same
house,
genre.
that lane.
And yeah, he's a house DJ with that house club beat
In that lane. See,
in
people.
that lane.
This is where you want to be. You finding out the good stuff here.
Oh yeah,
This is
yeah.
iHipHopTV conversations. We with Rob J. DJ, music historian. He knows a lot, and I got some more questions going to that with him too. We definitely going to get into that. But right now, let's go get into this video real quick. Now I don't. Well, you watch the shows, so one of my favorite artists and a Baltimore artist, and I don't like to, put it out there, but it is cousin family, for real. But David Money, I'm gonna play. He got a new project get ready to drop. He sent me over the singles. It's hot, man. When this thing drop, it's gonna go down pretty big. So the first video we want to start off with tonight, we're gonna go into David Money Drag. I know you won't be able to see it, but it's for the viewers to give
Oh
them a
yeah.
chance. You can go check it out on YouTube
I
later.
think I seen that video.
Yeah, you probably have. Nice video, good
Good
video. But
dude.
this is David Money Drag. Let's check it out.
Love the culture.
I've really been chilling lately. Think it's time I drag on.
Made by Levi.
Drag, 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 and go secure the bag. Drag, 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 and go secure the bag. Drag, 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 and go secure the bag. Drag, 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 and go secure the bag. For real, I've been grinding like I'm part of the clips, like Emon Shepard, cause I started with Knicks. Built up a foundation, now I'm up to the bricks. But I might got dip, I ain't trying to check. Might start getting checks, you get up in the mix. But them niggas wanna taste, so they turn to licks. Then my dogs all fighting all over them dicks. Sleeve rappers only talk about chains and whips. Frequently changing my frequency. Don't try to geek with me if you don't eat with me. First degree murder is what they are giving me. Be screaming, no, David, money, you're killing me. I do it frequently, that means it's constantly. Try to realize what the shit's really costing me. A couple of thousand, that's not a loss to me, nigga. Quite honestly, you're not a boss to me. No one is stopping me, possibly prophecy. Stop the hypocrisy mocking me. Drop the monotony, rock with me, get it done properly. Niggas be talking just constantly, I shut them down. Tell me what you want, tell me what should go. I'm trying to stand out, like I'm typing all in bold. Drag, 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 and go secure the bag. Drag, 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 and go secure the bag. Drag, 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 and go secure the bag. Drag, 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 and go secure the bag. From the land of the killers, the dealers, gorillas, I swear this shit's getting ridiculous. Might just get jacked, but it's more Nicholas moving that pack. Chasing them Benjamins, might just get whacked. This is the mafia, I am a shark. You a tilapia, I am original. You just a copy, I was slept on, now I'm insomnia. I keep reminding ya, I am the greatest. Someone tell mama, that Aubrey made it. I'm taking my chances, I'm headed to Vegas. Evading them agents, no top of them papers. I'm dodging them capers, I'm leaving no traces. I see that they jealous, I tell by their faces. I keep on touring, I am their favorite. I hop in the foreign way, by to the haters. Came from a struggle, then learn how to hustle. I'm telling you facts. Started with nothing and turned into something, there's no looking back. Gave up the trap, turned to the rap, sounds so cliche. But put on this planet with nothing but talent, so what can you say? Drag, 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 and go secure the bag. Drag, 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 and go secure the bag. Drag, 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 and go secure the bag. Drag, 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 and go secure the bag.
It's going down on the Mississippi Gulf Coast. Don't miss your chance to show and prove on the hottest music showcase platform on the planet,
the Mississippi Gulf Coast Showcase.
You wanted to get the attention of the major labels?
It's done.
You wanted the opportunity to possibly land your first paying gig?
It's done.
Clubs and promoters from around the nation will be scouring over material looking for the hottest up-and-coming and trending artists. Every Friday night, artists take the stage to show labels and big box brands that they are the next big thing. Winners of each showcase advance to our industry showcase, where you will perform before execs from major labels such as Def Jam and Sony Music Group. Don't miss your chance to be seen and possibly sign for a distribution deal. The Gulf Coast Showcase is promoted by Gulf Coast Promotion, DJ Amazon, and Global World Outreach.
So that was David Money Drag. And that was definitely the hip hop showcase down in Mobile going on. Gulf Coast Promotion, Global Outreach, Billy Stokes making it happen down in the South, Deep South. So it's going down all over. But we're back with music historian DJ Rob J. And we was talking when we went out. We was talking about production. And to get back into, we talked about Premier, you think being the greatest rapper. And with that, who do you think is the hottest rapper out there today?
Today?
Yeah.
Well, everybody's pretty much fabulous, trying to do their own thing. I really appreciate them. But there's so many. I listen to all the babies, Da Baby, Little Baby. Mm-hmm. Lil Baby's pretty good. Give that guy credit. They sound alike. I mean, there's a couple of them. He's separate though. I'm talking about the other cats from.
Who you think sounded like? Who
Uh,
you referring?
well, I don't. I'm not going to, pretty much say too much because there's a lot of self-esteem involved with these guys, and they're very emotional, and
Yeah, yeah. I
they,
feel
they
you.
they get in their feelings. I mean, they
It,
they get
it,
the guy that got clowned because he took his auntie's purse, and
yeah,
she had to go to church. And I mean, he's fronting on the gram, trying to pull money out his auntie's purse. And
right,
his sister's already mad at him for wearing her tights,
right.
you
Wow.
know. So
He's wearing the tights. Oh
yeah,
man, well, yeah, it ain't that cold yet. Cause when I played football, we used to wear
yeah.
stockings underneath our stuff. That's before Under Armour and stuff got
Hmm.
popular. Stockings, nylons work. Nylons
Right.
work. So okay, so you ain't
But
really
everybody's pretty much the son of Lil Wayne.
a son of Little Wayne.
Yeah. And like I said, before, I really enjoy their music. They're
Yeah.
doing their thing, man, and it's good stuff. It's really good stuff,
Hmm.
But I can't really call out one cat because, like I said, they all think they're the greatest, which is good. I mean,
Yeah.
it keeps the competition up. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah. What about well, today's Eminem's 48th birthday? Did you know that? He turned 48
wow,
today.
man, him's going
Slim
on
Shady.
pushing.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
pushing 50.
Yeah.
Him and Reggie were good friends.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, Slim stayed in Jersey for a good while. Yeah, he
Oh.
stayed in Jersey.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. That's right because that's
Oh yeah.
where uh, Rough Nation was.
Oh,
And we
okay.
was dealing with Rough Nation. Did I ever tell you about that?
Oh no.
When
What if
we was dealing with Chris
I was
Schwartz
on
and
the old boardwalk just chilling, and
yeah,
with them. I didn't know what they were doing.
yeah,
That's how I know. That's how I know him was down there. The
we
old. Remember the old boardwalk?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I remember the old
Yeah.
boardwalk.
Yeah.
No, but I'm talking about over. I think that office was over in
I was
Cherry Hill
partying, man. I
on the
wasn't.
board. Yeah, you was partying.
Oh yeah.
We was trying to party, but no, we was up. We was dealing with Rough Nation
Right.
with exhibit and production. So we was dealing with Rough Exhibit, and then I was dealing with Hot Runner, and that's
Oh,
after the
okay.
Major Figures situation jumped off, and then there was
Right.
another group in the mix called No Question. Okay, so which was a guy, a four guy group singers. They were singers. Okay,
Boy
so
band.
because yeah, basically boy band. Philly, they got a lot of gimmick rappers and artists, in the group things, and it's good. It's very
Mm-hmm.
good scene,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But Rough Nation, we was dealing with Chris, and that was Chris Schwartz. He was at the
Okay.
time he was owner. Now, if you know the story from that, Chris Schwartz and Joe Nicolo were partners. So to go back to what I'm leading up to, they were
Right.
partners in a label everyone might know. This one called Rough House Records. Remember Rough
I've heard
House?
of Rough House. Yeah. Yeah. I got a
It's
couple
from
12
Philly.
inches
From
in the crates. Hey, I meant to take a screenshot of my crates. Found
oh
them.
oh
Yeah.
okay, okay. That's yeah. We'll check them out. I got some over Jerry's place. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
they're still around.
Right.
But Chris Schwartz and Joe Nicolo, they were bumping heads at Rough House. Okay, now Rough House, they had and they was bumping heads over the Fugees, over Wyclef
Yeah.
and them, and because Joe Nicolo didn't like Wyclef, I believe it was. Lauren, I think, was cool. Chris Schwartz bucked him, put him out, and the rest was history for that goes. Okay, then
Wow.
them two got their bread and split up basically. So Chris Schwartz parlayed that into Rough Nation Records.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
he got his money. He was under Warner Brothers. We at the time we was doing Warner Brothers,
Yeah.
but we was over there running around trying to get the figures a deal. Running around, but there was seven of them. No question, there was four of them. So we was trying to find a situation so none of the money was adding up. So,
Wow.
but Chris Schwartz and them at Rough Nation came through. I think well, it was the best offer for them at that time. I think they about 4.5 million, you know,
Right.
for the project, the first album, the Major Figures, you know, to do. But the problem was we had already pushed 90,000 units on the street, okay,
Mm-hmm.
and we had the buzz going. So when Rough Nation stepped in, they they just basically took the project we was running with, maybe mastered it up because Hot Runner had the single, yeah, that's us, and he had the B side as well. You know, so Hot Runner had it locked down. So, and that's what I was with Hot Runner. So
Right.
our
Right.
bread was set with that, and then the figures and then went under Rough Nation, but they didn't. You know, it's a big thing. They didn't promote them well after dealing with Loud and coming from Loud and all that. The
Yeah.
Steve Rifkin way, street sweeping
Oh man,
and stuff.
Steve.
Chris was spending money for him though. We was at Impact. We went to an Impact down in I think it was Nashville, and we was down there. Usually the Impact is their week-long events, and usually the end of the week is whenever the big boys is really in town. So we was
Mm-hmm.
up there at the beginning of the week. Man, we had the hottest. We had the billboard riding around, billboard truck
Yeah.
playing the music video. We was
Right.
had
Promotions.
everywhere the promotions out the yin yang.
Yeah.
People ain't know who we were though. They didn't know who they were. So
Wow.
we was hitting them, but it messed from there. But the moral of the point I'm getting to is Eminem. You was talking about him being in New Jersey. He
Yeah.
went to Rough Nation. He went to Chris Swartz for a deal.
Okay.
Chris
Okay.
Swartz told him, he'd never sign a white rapper.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
and then that was the beginning of the end for Rough Nation. You know.
Wow.
Because what happened. Eminem went on and got signed, just like at Rough House.
Yep, he
At, Ru-
did. Yeah.
at Rough House, the struggle was over Lauren and Wyclef, but at Rough Nation, he was feeling Exhibit more at the time. Exhibit was hot, X was hot,
Mm-hmm.
and he had the figures, and no question they kind of floundered off because I wound up doing one of the members of that group with
Okay.
another entertainment company start recording him, me and Civ. But we definitely did. He did that, but they did that before because at Rough House, Nas was online at Rough House, and he was
Oh.
trying to get a situation back then. So he wound up getting pulled off, and I always forget her name, man. But she came in and took him to California, got him the deal. The rest is history. And she
Mhm.
became VP, So
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
that's the business is funny, So that's a message I give the young artists and everything. You got to
Oh,
hang
it's
in there,
very
and
funny. It could change like that.
you definitely have to hold your ground and get your back and watch what you're doing in the business for real. But that's just the way it goes.
Oh yeah, everything changes hands the blink of an eye in the business.
Yeah.
The industry's it can be cutthroat.
Yeah.
And
Oh, it is. It is.
you know,
Because you only got, I was talking, who was I talking to? I forget. Well, no, I was watching Jaguar, and she put it out there.
oh
She
man,
put it out there.
Jaguar,
Yeah, we
right.
can get that. Yeah, Jaguar. And I crossed paths with Jag, too, in Philly, because I had a female rapper that was, everybody, they was trying to get with her. It's a mindset thing. But
Why does she throw salt in the game so bad? Is she that bitter? Just let it go.
yeah, something happened. Money.
Oh, it
She's
did.
not
Something
happy
happened
with her
bad.
career.
Oh, she's throwing her personal business
Her
out there,
personal
man.
life got put out
Yeah.
there because
I
people
was
was
like,
attacking
why are
her
you
for it.
doing this? I seen an interview. Her husband's sitting in the background,
Yeah,
and she turns and says, "Yeah, I'm married. There's my husband right there." And she puts the camera on him, and he's just sitting there. He nods.
yeah. He's
And then
I think he's an Afghan war vet. He's a war vet.
is he?
Yeah,
Wow.
he's a war vet. Yeah,
Well, he's sitting
he's a
there,
war vet.
and she was just going off.
Hmm.
I mean, she starts spouting out the fact that she was bisexual and her ex-husband was letting her bring women home. I was like, why are you putting this out there? It's
Yeah, that.
very
I mean,
uncomfortable.
so I guess in the reality to that is she's putting herself out there as well to let you know that
So when someone brings up something,
you know they can't
to
say nothing
counteract,
about me. I'm telling you about me.
I'll tell you.
Don't you
Yeah,
want to hear about me? This is what
well, that's
happened.
a smart move.
But
If
this
you
is
do
what
have a lot of
happened
dirt,
over here. This
yeah,
is what happened with them, and I watched that stuff, and
right,
it's amazing. You know how
right,
you know they go at it like that. You know, I
right.
mean,
Yeah,
how she's
yeah,
coming
it's a
at it.
good
You know,
counter
and I
move to
knew,
put
you
your.
know, I know some stuff I ain't gonna talk about on there that with some
Oh
artists that's
yeah.
out here today
Oh, we all do.
look
Yeah.
good and 40 today, and
Right. Right.
yeah, I know how it went down.
Well, it's a good counter move to put your stuff out there first. I mean, I even did it. Remember DJ Sonny New, big
yes,
Hookhead Sonny, and we
yeah,
ended up becoming friends and doing our thing together. We
yeah,
became,
Sonny,
a dual DJ
funny
group,
Sonny, I used to call him funny
Funny
Sonny.
Sonny,
Yeah.
and we became a dual DJ group. I mean, but you try to talk trash on me and say something that I've already put out there,
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
next thing you know, we're the best of friends, and next thing you know.
Yeah.
DJ McKinney Ken, God bless the dead.
Yeah.
McKinney, Dave McKinney.
Oh yeah, I remember McKinney.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Dave McKinney. Yeah,
Mhm.
he's
Mhm.
gone. But yeah, he tried to pull us apart and say stuff, but it was already out there. McKinney didn't believe it. He was a good engineer. Oh, man. Dave
Mhm.
McKinney. He was a good engineer. He DJ'd pretty, he was good.
Uh-huh.
But
Uh-huh.
those were the days.
Yeah, a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of
Do you
fun.
feel? Do you feel as though the '90s, the late '90s, that was some of the best rap music? That was one of our greatest eras in rap.
Hmm. That's interesting.
I
Uh
mean, remember when we were on the Public Enemy tour? You're the one that took me to the Syrian Mosque, if you
mhm.
remember.
Mhm.
Remember that?
Yeah, I remember.
Oh yeah,
What's his
that.
name? What's his name? It was PE and what's my man's name? I hate that, and I can't think of his name. I'm looking at his face and I can't say his name. He's a DJ now too. He DJs. He used to beatbox. You
I don't know.
know,
I think I had dropped acid that
you
day
got what I
before I got on the.
need.
Bismarcky.
Bismarck. Yeah, Bismarck. He's from Jersey too.
Yeah,
You
well,
know, so
Bismarcky's the one that dragged Reggie to New York, and
yeah,
because Biz was very young in New York,
yeah.
at the time, staying there. He stayed up in Long Island for a little bit when he was very young. Then he, was in when he got back to Jersey.
Right.
Yeah, he's the one that grabbed Redman and took him to New York.
Okay.
But getting back to the '90s, there's a PE came out, EPMD,
Yeah.
3-6 Mafia. Believe it or not, those young kids they were in Tennessee,
Yeah. Yeah.
and
I remember that. I remember when they were on Relativity, and whenever they went down, when Sony Rifkin he messed up, he tried to do a Russell, and
mhm,
they all came over to Loud. We had 3-6 Mafia. That's where Exhibit was.
right.
Outcast. All of them came over to Loud.
Oh yeah, oh
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Hmm.
yeah. I was reconnecting with him. You remember I hit you up a couple years ago when I was going down Tennessee.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was doing my thing in Tennessee, but
Yeah. Yeah.
uh, and people were shocked about Juicy J. They didn't know that Juicy J and I knew Project Pat and Juicy J are actually cousins.
Oh yeah. Okay.
And so Project Pat was doing his thing, and then he just stopped. I don't know what happened. I don't
Uh-huh.
even know where Project Pat is, man. I'd like to find
Nobody
out.
knows where he's at. No.
Yeah, man, because that was some good stuff that Project Pat had.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
No, I mean that
That's what you mean. That was the good stuff, huh?
that was good shit, man.
What
When
you
we're
say?
able to travel again.
What you say? Forget the music. Oh yeah. So
Ooh,
when they get this
ooh,
COVID stuff out
get
the
that
way.
Tennessee Flyer.
Yeah, when they get the COVID out the way, huh? You
Oh
say
man.
you're back, huh? Oh,
Mm.
that was a good one. That was a good one. But back to Jaguar Wright, did you really hear what she was saying? Uh,
I tried to, but it was the vibes.
yeah,
Lately, I've been keeping myself on a level of positivity,
yeah,
in this climate, so to speak, that we're in.
Yeah.
But she said a lot of stuff, man, and she was getting on Jill Scott,
Yeah, she got on Jill.
Common. I
Yeah.
guess she dated Common.
Everybody was on Common. Common, and I didn't realize it either. He has then there's a lot of sexual harassment claims,
Yeah, I heard that too, man.
with Common. It's
And
amazing.
one of my homeboys was telling me Common's a basic creep.
No,
I mean, that's the way he said it.
yeah.
I was like, really? He was like, oh no, dude, it's like real creepy.
Wow, for real. I
Yeah.
mean, it's funny because he was in Pittsburgh. I want to say in the fall. Okay,
Hmm.
nobody knew he was coming. I didn't know he was coming. I didn't know he was going to be here. And then he was at that little theater in the Rocks, the Roxy.
Yeah, I heard about that too.
He was in the
Yeah.
Roxy. So I was, stunned about that. You hear after the fact that Common was, are you for real Common? They
Yeah,
like,
it's
yeah,
happening
Common was
little
there.
venues doing this. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And those venues, but I want to tell you something about that. And doing that it's a smart move because he's touching into another fan base, by
Right.
doing those. Because if you ever go to those venues, I mean, nowadays, like I used to always hit in D.C. the 930 Club. You used to
Yeah.
go see there.
Yeah.
And you remember Holloway, Jimmy Holloway.
Of course.
Holloway he was like the George Clinton president of the fan club, the East Coast
Oh wow.
chapter.
Yeah, yeah.
So anytime George and Parliament and them came to Philly, we was up there. They usually came to the Electric Factory. So
Right.
we was
My boy
always in the
Holloway.
Electric Factory.
Yeah.
Jimmy, Marty, we go check them out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Marty Mark.
So we go and check them out. But
Yeah.
that was a very, very, very real set, and them dudes was wild, man. I used to think back then I was wild. Man, they
Oh
was
yeah.
wild, man, and that wasn't that long ago,
Right,
But
right.
they were off the chain, But I had fun,
Yeah, that's why I
messing
couldn't
with
go
George.
to those venues. I mean, they had shooters, but I was the shooter. So
Yeah.
I didn't. Uh, hey,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey, stuff happens.
yeah.
You
Me
know.
and Nori
Yeah,
was like, "Hey, I am the shooter."
yeah,
It's like, no, Capone's a good kid compared to me.
yeah.
I am the shooter.
Nori is a shooter. He
Yeah,
don't mess with Nori. He is a
yeah.
shooter.
It's like, no, we don't have anyone with us.
Yep.
No.
I remember we was doing a event. It pissed me off. It was one of the other things that pissed me off when I was when we started handling Cassidy, and we had him on an event with Nori, Styles P, and
Yeah.
Kaya at the time, right? And
Hmm.
the promoters, they were out of New York. They got the
Hmm.
minor league baseball stadium in Atlantic City. Was going to have the concert right there, right?
Right.
So I had my guy, my artist, Mr. Lou from St. Lou. I had him on it. I'm trying to think if I had Suave. No, Suave didn't get on, but he was there. I let Suave, hit the stage with Mr. Lou, and yeah, Suave did get a piece, and then
Hmm.
Cassidy, of course. We had
Yeah.
Cass in there, but they messed up that whole thing by, with the New Jersey. That's the first time I can say the police, county police, state police, whatever police,
Hmm.
shut down a concert almost, to a T by
Wow.
putting out there that they're looking for Nori for questioning
Oh
on
yeah.
some
That was just
blood-related
before he.
shooting and all
Yeah.
that stuff. So then, Nori ain't gonna come into New Jersey, with
Mm-mm.
them beefing like that. He's gonna send his attorneys. He's smart,
Yep. Yep.
So, we just the show, Cass. Cass got to do his thing and
Right.
everything. But we like after Cass, they canceled the show, refunded people their money. That was there
Hmm.
because we went out there. Look, man, there was so many police there. There was
Oh yeah.
almost
Of course, they knew what was getting ready to happen.
more police than fans. I mean, it was ridiculous for
Hmm.
nothing.
Hmm.
So the people that showed up, they got to see some good young talent
The
and Cass.
hip hop police.
Man, they messed that up, but that was a bad. But we got to kick it with Styles
Yeah.
and D Block and everything
That's a
and
good segue, man, because I was thinking about the three man group, and That group right there was amazing.
What
Styles,
oh yeah, the
man.
Locks.
And
Yeah,
yes.
they got a project out now, and Chic
Yeah.
Luch got
They
one out as well.
yeah. I listened to it. I did a review on it and it's
Chic Luch is
outstanding.
one of the Chic
It's
Luch was one of my
outstanding.
favorites in there too.
Yeah,
He was
Chic,
smooth.
yeah.
Yeah, Chic was.
Yeah, they have two projects, and they chose that one, which is very good, and it's awesome. I really like it a lot,
Yeah,
and they're staying consistent. They had one last year they came out with.
yeah,
Yeah.
they did.
Yep.
They got that single out with X too.
Oh yeah, and Jadakiss got a new one.
Yeah, they all dropping. They all drop.
Oh,
Everybody's gonna be dropping. You know, X signed with Def Jam. I think
Oh yeah,
X
yeah.
signed back with Def Jam.
X is looking good.
LL Cool J signed back with Def Jam.
Yeah,
So
but X is looking good. He got himself back together, man. You see the verses? How do you feel about verses?
The verses.
Yeah,
What was that? The series?
yeah. It's with Swiss Beats and Timberland. They have
Yeah.
a
I
big
was watching
series
some of
called
that. Yeah,
Verses.
verses.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was a good series. That was good for the COVID
Mhm.
times down too.
Mhm. Mhm.
Let people marinate on that stuff. And on that note, and on this question too, because what I want to bring up, I want to play this next video. I think this artist is on the rise. She's hot female. Ashton Amir. The song's called Moments. And I
Right.
think that she's gonna be blowing out of here any minute. Any minute now. So we definitely, iHipHopTV is definitely glad to have her on board. She comes through Dark Diva, Mad Money Militia, doing their thing. Dark Diva know how to pick them. But this is iHipHopTV Conversations. We're having a conversation with Rob J, music historian, DJ. I'm the host, PSTOCK. Let's check out this video here. Ashton Amir.
It's okay, I know I'm fine. I'ma make these hoes retire. I stay up, I'm never tired. Ain't nowhere to go but hide. They like, is she from the A? I'm like, that's just why I stay. Go look up my family tree. Yeah, I come from Tennessee. Say la vie, bigger than what you see. Bigger than what you see, yeah. Really don't wanna believe, niggas don't wanna believe, yeah. That I'm that one, they should know that I'm that one. I don't do this shit for fun. I don't really think they want none, yeah. 100 mil on a bid, price tag on a bitch. Never going out of busy, yeah. Now they call me a sellout. Okay, I'ma cash out. Watch me while I cash out. Show looking like this. What I got on my wrist. Why they all on my feet? Yeah. But what you talking about? I'ma get money in large amounts. Working too hard for this, but they ain't gon' let me get all of it. I've been waiting on the moments like this. Waiting on the moments like this. I've been waiting on the moments like this. Waiting on them, waiting on them. When I get the money, all I do is spend it. Throw it in her face. Why she get offended? Why she got offended? Yeah, hold up, wait a minute. I just wanna live it. Got a bossy kind of feeling. Yeah, I'm with it. Bigger than what you see. Bigger than what you see. Yeah. Niggas don't wanna believe. Really don't wanna believe. Yeah. That I'm that one. They should know that I'm that one. I don't do this shit for fun. I don't really think they want none. 100 mil on a bid. Price tag on a bitch. Never going out of busy, yeah. Now they call me a sellout. Okay, I'ma cash out. Watch me while I cash out, yeah. Show looking like this. What I got on my wrist. Why they all on my feet, yeah. Fuck what you talking about. I'ma get money in large amounts. I'm working too hard for this, but they ain't gon' let me get all of it. I've been waiting on the moments like this. Waiting on the moments like this. I've been waiting on the moments like this. Waiting on them, waiting on them. Waited on this feeling, waited on this feeling. I know they want me on a hit list. They just wanna be a witness. Global got them on it, oh no. They didn't really get the memo. I ain't see you in a photo. You Work hard cause I want it. Work hard now I got it. Go girl, you're so on it. You want it, you want it. Girl, you want it, you want it. I've been waiting on the moments like this. Waiting on the moments like this. I've been waiting on the moments like this. Waiting on them, waiting on them.
So, hey, we're back. That was Aston Amir. You know, Moments, hot single out there coming up. And definitely get your Mad Money Militia gear up. You got to get it up. You got to get it here. So we're having a conversation with Rob J, music historian, DJ, and we was talking about the Locks, D Block.
Oh yeah, D Block.
Yeah, D Block. You know, one of my favorite groups. Rough Riders paid a lot of money to get them off of Bad Boy.
Oh yeah.
You know, so it had to work. One of my favorite groups, Styles solo album, I think was good. He had a couple classics with Pharoah Monch and everything. And remember, I Get High. No
Oh yeah, that was a classic.
Yeah, that is.
What's nice about the Locks, their solo careers were phenomenal. You know.
Yeah.
Jadakiss, like I said, he just came out with one, man, and it's great. I really enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
It's current, you know,
mm-hmm.
and his signature, you know, cough, you know. But there was a time when his sinuses were acting up, and he was in the studio in the early days.
Right.
And he would clear his throat, you know, before he'd step in the booth.
Uh-huh.
And this is before, you know, they were really up there, and
Bad Boy.
he would, and you know, yeah, it was Bad Boy days, definitely, and he would, and Puffin him would look all crazy, you know. Well, the engineer kept it,
Yeah.
and when he kept the beat, and when he kept that cough of that beat,
Mm-hmm.
he actually used it. And it became a signature cough.
Ah.
Yes.
Wow.
And he didn't realize that he kept that cough.
Right.
That beat.
Right.
And it became a signature. It was a throat clear.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Clearing his throat. Signature throat clear.
Yeah.
And till today.
It's funny
Yeah.
how, you know, you pick up little things like that in your career. That's why doing stuff to prepare and everything. I remember Spawn used to tell me when Spontaine, he was dating MC Light back in the day, Spawn. And Spawn used to say one of their things before every performance, she had to fart. You know, so to get that air and wind, so something became a signature.
Yeah, little quirks. Yeah.
Yeah, little quirks to that things, you know.
Like popping your knuckles before you scratch.
Yeah, the after parties, oh my God, hide your daughters. You know, I mean, I've seen some stuff, you know, down on tours in the South with Mobb Deep and everything. So, hide your daughters.
Yeah,
hide your daughters. Boy, I'm glad.
It was the same with 3-6 Mafia and all of them. Man.
Yeah, they run through. But you know, and that was one of the things that we used to always defense with. You know, we constantly going through the hotels. We all tried to get on one floor. Maybe I was
Hmm.
trans. Constantly seeing, women, young women in the hallways. You had to stop and card them. We was playing police. Let me see your
Yeah,
ID. Let me
yeah.
see
Show
your
your
ID.
ID.
Nope, you can't be up
Yeah.
here. Nope, we
Yep.
kicking them out of there. You
Hmm.
know,
Hmm.
to protect
Because you have
their.
to be responsible. You
Yeah,
know.
yeah. Somebody have to. They gonna slip a little bit because you gotta think about it as an artist. You get
Hmm.
pumped up to get the crowd hype, and then after the show and the concert, how do you come down? How do you bring yourself down? What do you do? Some
Right.
people like back in the day, like Funk Clint, George Clinton, P Funk, Bootsy, guys like that. You know, the musicians, serious. They do a show, concert, then they'll be at the after hours playing more.
Oh yeah.
Like so you can catch a show and then another show. And that's when you see the real and hear the real. I used to catch
Hmm.
it, in Philly and DC and everything. So they come play at the Park or 930 Club every
Yep.
year. Funkadelic in DC is like they're there. They're always there in the summer,
Right.
no matter what, and they're there performing at the clubs and the amphitheater clubs and
Yeah.
everything else, getting it in.
Yeah. I was a
Bootsy.
funketeer.
Oh yeah, yeah, and that was bringing me up to another question too, that I have for you that I want to ask since we got into the funk case. You
Hmm.
know, did is or does funk music? Do you think is making a comeback in music today in production? And
Hmm.
do you hear it in the production of the day?
Not
Because I
really.
have an answer. You don't
I don't
hear it,
hear somewhat. It depends on the artist.
right?
I don't really hear it that much. I would like to.
Right.
You know, George was going on tour up till a couple months ago before the COVID hit.
Yeah, yeah. He's gonna have to tour for the rest of his life.
Yeah, yeah, I
Because I don't
heard.
think he owns his masters.
No,
So
no.
I think some attorney owns them, like most of the
Yeah,
masters. Some
they
attorney
do.
some
Yeah,
sitting somewhere, so he got to perform.
yeah.
The rest of his life. And Bootsy, I know has he has a school and stuff in Cincinnati in the Natty.
Hmm.
A bass school where we show him teaching bass and everything. A
Yeah,
university,
yeah.
music university. But Bootsy is big. A lot of people don't know that he was bass player for James Brown.
Oh yeah,
Him and his
he played
brother.
for James Brown,
Yeah,
and for the Funkadelics at that time. At
yeah,
the same time,
yeah.
and then he actually taught George Clinton the uh, the progression in the slap, like 1, 2, 3, one.
Right,
It was a slap, a certain slap that he was using when he was hitting his bass.
right.
When I say slap, they slap the
The
strings with
strings.
his bass,
Right,
and so that's how that style came about. It was an operatic funk that George was using,
right.
was came from him and Bernie Worrell.
Yeah, Bernie Worrell. You can
Yeah,
hear
Bernie
Maggot
Worrell.
Brain.
Yeah,
Maggot Brain.
yeah.
That guitar
Bernie
riff.
Worrell is a classic pianist
Yes.
at the time, and he put it into the synthesizers. And like I said, when Bootsy brought that James Brown, funk over, it was history.
It was history. That's real
It was
talk.
history.
That is real talk. That's real
Yeah,
talk for real.
yeah. James did not want to let Bootsy go.
Mm-mm.
No,
No, he didn't. Him and his brother, no, they didn't want.
yeah,
No, but
no,
he couldn't keep that,
yeah.
on the thing.
See,
Another one,
Bootsy's brother, Catfish Collins,
yeah, Catfish. Yeah,
gave him motivation. Told him, Catfish said, just go ahead, do your thing. You're young,
yeah,
and he wanted to play guitar like his brother Catfish, but he's left-handed.
yeah, yeah.
So he flipped it, upside down, took all his brother's strings off, and turned it into a bass.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, his brother's pissed. Yeah, took his good guitar, took two of the strings off, turned it upside down, and made it a bass.
Wow,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
Pissed him off.
Yeah, well, he didn't have a bass. He
Mm-hmm.
had to go on tour.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't have a bass guitar. He was broke. Well,
Yeah,
not really broke, but he couldn't afford a bass.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
got some strings,
yeah.
turned it upside down.
Well, I think in Premiere and Primo production, you hear funk. They sample, they still sample, so you'll catch it. What happened to Just Blaze? Where's Blaze? Blaze is another one.
Yeah,
You know, he comes from. I think I did see something new with him,
I don't know.
and some it didn't sound like himself, but you
Yeah,
know,
I don't know what happened. It's they go into different areas, you know.
yeah, more commercial
Yeah,
mainly. You know,
yeah, a lot of them do.
chasing the dollars.
Yeah.
Hoping Jaguar don't say their names out loud. I
Oh
guess
man,
don't
you
put
never know.
me in that stuff. Yeah,
Exactly.
that type of deal.
Yeah.
But definitely in there and um, with that. So the funk coming back with that funk belt, that whole natty, that whole
Mhm.
back route going up. There's so many funk bands come out of that area.
Right.
So many
Right.
music. And then most people I run into from that era in music are executives at the labels now.
Okay.
Are doing stuff. Are they just touring, doing shows? My man
Yeah,
Dion
because
Estes,
they
it's the
already
same
know
thing.
the industry, and why
Yeah,
not go into that field?
yeah, yeah. And I love talking to those cats too because, like Dion, talking to Dion, he's from Detroit, and he was playing bass in sessions for Marvin Gaye and them in Motown.
Hmm.
That's where he started out, as he was probably 13, 14 years old
Yeah.
in the studio with Marvin Gaye and the Funk Brothers and all of them.
Yeah, that's what I was getting ready to say. He was one of the youngest members of the Funk Brothers.
Yeah, Dion was. And then when he got turned 19, he went over Europe, and that's when he hooked up with George Michael
Hmm.
and they formed Wham.
Yep.
George Michael and the other cat, and they formed Wham. And they went from there. But that's what I be saying about that because there's a lot of that air. You was talking about the best music and airs. I was thinking about it. The '90s,
Hmm.
yeah, '90s, early 2000s. That air, late. That
Right.
transition air was pretty good. The music was pretty good. The '90s, but the '80s, back in the '80s and the late '80s and stuff.
What? CL Smooth,
CL Smooth.
OC and Crazy Eddie,
Well, there was some that were before their time. Like the Philly crew.
Special Ed.
Yeah, Special Ed's in jail, ain't he? Ain't he locked
Yeah,
up
I
for the
think
rest of
so.
his life?
I think so. Yeah.
Special Ed,
Slick Rick.
yeah, Glamorous Life.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm talking about. Them guys are all gone. What's that? You remember K Solo and all
Yeah.
that whole Philly
Hmm.
clique? Those guys are all. I know. Dang it, I can't think of his name now. The Glamorous Life, the escape my life,
Yeah,
but
I picture it too. I see it.
yeah, and I
I
can't.
enjoyed that video.
Yeah, because their
Yeah.
music to me was before its time at the
Oh
era
yeah.
it came out. That they could have held that and released that 5 years later, and it still would have been in beat
There would have.
with what was going on out there.
Yeah.
And like the early days of Nas. One of my favorite, from the West is I like the Firm Project. With Nas and them.
Oh
That's one of
yeah.
my
Oh
favorite
yeah.
Firm.
That was a deep move because see Nas was looking at everybody being clicked up,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
he said, "Ah, no, I got to do this." And
yeah,
I mean Biggie and his boys, you
yeah.
know,
Biggie, yeah.
they were clicked up.
Junior
So
Mafia and
yeah,
everybody
Junior
was
Mafia,
clicking.
Biggie and
Yeah,
Junior Mafia, and there was
yeah,
a couple other ones out there at the time. They didn't really do too much, but Nas seen them.
yeah,
So it was a brilliant move, and he had to pull strings to get Foxy.
yeah.
That
Cool
was
C is who I'm thinking about.
oh
Cool
yeah,
C
Cool C,
from
yeah,
the Glamorous Life, because
yeah, Cool
if you
C,
look at that video, you see young Jill Scott in that video.
right,
She's the video
right,
girl.
right. That was a Philly group.
Yeah, Philly. Yeah, yeah. All of
Yeah,
them was
Cool
up
C
there.
there. They were down
Yep.
Philly.
And if you listen at that old Philly music, that transcended from its era forward.
Hmm.
For its times. But yeah, the sound of Philly was, their music is deep. Going back there in the industry,
Yeah,
as far as that goes as well.
and it was before we really were doing the neo soul type,
Yeah,
genre. They had it.
Yeah, and I was in Philly whenever that was going down.
They had it.
You know, I was in Philly when all that, whenever D'Angelo and the Roots
Yeah.
and everybody, cause you know I did Dice
And
Raw and Tyreek. You know, I remember them when they were doing tours with Cypress Hill, college
okay.
tours, following
Yeah.
getting on the college tours. The Roots really got smart and they took off. They stayed working. Everybody Dice Raw, you know, and
Hmm.
everybody. There was so many the B team, and then we used to go. I used to take artists to the open mic over there. You know,
Yeah.
at the Black Lily they call it, like from New York, at the five
Hmm.
spot upstairs. At the five spot was the
Five
Black
spot.
Lily.
Yeah.
Yeah, upstairs was the Black Lily, and they had the Roots band would play, or the B team, and Scott Storch, and all of them was up there. Jaguar was talking about that. She said her and Scott Storch used to be used to date, but he went on the deep end. She was talking about that, you know.
Hmm.
But yeah,
Scott's
all
a,
of them, huh?
Scott's a phenomenal piano player.
Yeah, yeah, that's what
Yeah.
he did. He played the keys and the piano at the open mics, you know, on
Yeah.
the Roots B squad,
Hmm.
the B
Hmm.
team, you know, basically. You know, but you know they were there's a lot of talent that came out of there with that movement. But everybody was there. Erica Badu, you would see
Yeah.
her all over Philly. You know, with
Hmm.
Jill Scott and everybody. It was just like everybody converged.
Yeah, because they did a project together, and so since they were so close, that's why she would go on tour with them because of that project that
Yeah,
they did together.
yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Definitely, that scene is big over there. And then
Mhm.
later on, when I was dabbling, when I was doing the radio producing, Ear to the Street and with Giant and Lady B and them, and New Outer Spotlight, you know, that's when we was breaking, you know, the rock guys, Oskino and Sparks, and
Yeah.
we brought PD Crack and ND 5000 through, you
Hmm.
know,
Hmm.
and we was bringing them through. So that was a good experience for me, and I took some of that into the digital radio side for a minute too. You remember when I used to
Oh
do the
yeah,
digital radio?
I was on deck like a sailor, uh, right then with you. I remember those days. That was
Yeah,
great. That
yep,
was a
I remember. Yeah, yep, yep.
good times.
Yep,
Good
yep.
times.
We was
Oh
running
yeah.
the radio, and I picked up a huge following. And again, and that's why I have much love for the South, you know,
Hmm.
South State and everything, and Cali as well, because they stepped up. A few from the East kicked in, but mainly the South, you know,
Yeah, you were
and
on point
Cali.
with that. Following it, man.
Yeah,
It's good stuff.
yeah. You know, that was a good time. That was a good
Yes, it
time.
was. Yes, it
For
was.
sure it was. For sure. We was in it. We
But
was
see, the
definitely in
industry has changed.
it. Yep. Yep.
You
And,
know.
and it has.
Mhm.
It really has.
Well,
You
you
know.
had to, you know, they had the pop up shops. I mean, you had to actually go to the record store to promote.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
whereas
Miss
now
those days.
it's all media. But
Right.
I remember East Ohio, Pittsburgh, East
Stutterfords.
Ohio Street, the Stedfords, and Just Ice.
Mm-hmm.
And Just Ice was vicious. I mean, Chris almost went to jail behind Just Ice. KRS One, you
Yeah.
know, because Just Ice was a gangster.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, very, very heavy in the streets.
Mm-hmm.
But his lyrics were phenomenal. Just Ice's lyrics were great. And so he had to come to the pop up shop. That's how you got your music out.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And across the street from Stutterford's, down a little bit, was a liquor store.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't have wines and spirits. And everyone's out there. And I heard Just Ice was in town because I shopped at Stutterford's like it was the local grocery store. You remember that's
Yeah.
where all the records
Records
were.
are. Yeah. Stutterford.
The crowd was building.
Mm-hmm.
All of a sudden you hear pow, pow, pow.
Mm-hmm.
And that was it. We didn't get a chance to see Just Ice. I don't know what happened, but they went back to New York.
Wow.
Yeah. I had a chance to actually, you know, get down there. I found out through the record store, you know, that there was going to be this scene, you know, you can get autograph and a couple 12. We had the 12-inch disc back then.
Right.
And I'd get two,
Right.
you know, one for each turntable.
Right.
And it never happened.
Right.
You
Right.
know, the pop-up shops, you have to promote by just going from record store to record store, you know,
Yeah. Yeah.
promoting.
I remember those days. I was talking about that earlier because the industry used to. Because remember Tower record stores?
Yeah, of
Yeah,
course.
they're gone. You remember
Had to go
them?
to each and every one
Yeah,
in every city.
yeah, and then all the mom and pop stores,
Yeah,
and they used to have these events that we used to call one stops. It'd be different labels.
yeah, one stop.
Universal would have it, and then
Yeah,
all their subsidiary vendors
yeah,
would
those were the
come there.
pop-ups at the one stops. You have to
Yeah,
go in.
yep.
Yeah.
And for thanks for supporting, and they have their families there, and you get to see. You never know who's going to perform. I seen Darius Rucker perform right
Hmm.
after Hootie and the Blowfish. He was
Yeah.
putting out his new stuff.
All genres had to do it. So,
Mario. So he was
yeah.
on his come up. He was there.
Right.
Billy Paul was
Hmm.
there, putting on his new stuff, playing, doing his
All
old
the
songs.
artists, all the genres.
Everybody was there. Yep.
Yes,
So, yep.
yes. And
Everybody.
the mini malls, the malls and whatnot,
Yep.
they would have a big
Fiona
promotions.
Apple. See
Yeah.
Fiona Apple.
Mhm.
A lot of them, before they blew. A lot of them, and they was giving the music away.
Yeah.
The
Oh, this is
samples, the
before
singles.
MySpace. This is
Oh
way
yeah,
before.
yeah, yeah. This was before MySpace.
Yeah.
Yeah, MySpace came probably about a year or two after that.
Hmm.
With the MySpace stuff. But we was already thinking digital. I was, in Temple, and we was running
Right.
around pioneering digital technology,
Yeah.
with a 3CCD, and incorporating Super 16 and everything else with that
Oh
stuff.
yeah.
So we was really doing, you couldn't tell us nothing,
No,
And
good
then
stuff.
Spike and them came out and shot. What was that movie? Here I
Was it
go.
Do the Right Thing?
Not Do the Right Thing. They shot it in all three
School
CCD.
Days.
No, the one with what was the
She's
movie?
Gotta Have It.
Not She's Gotta Have It. It's the one with Damon Wayans, and it was about selling out, for the industry.
Okay.
I can't think of the name of it. It's probably that's a shame.
Hmm.
It was
Yeah, I
one
know a
of
lot of them.
it was one of my movies, but it was one I don't know if it was Spike. Now that I think about it, I thought it was Spike, but it had come to me because who was in it? I think it was Tisha Campbell in it too.
Hmm.
I think so, but I mean, so
Might have been Rusty.
yeah, Rusty. No, Rusty ain't direct this though. Rusty
Okay.
ain't direct
Rusty
this.
still owes me, man. From damn, what's the movie that I'm?
Fear of the Black
Damn,
Hat.
no, I wasn't Fear of the Black Hat, but oh man, Tales from the Hood.
Oh yeah, Tales from the Hood. Yeah,
Tales from the
Rusty
Hood.
directed that.
I'm
Yeah,
the bad child. Get my name, Robbie. I ball up the people, in class.
Yeah, he was
Yeah,
just
it's all
lucky.
based on me, man.
He remember you. You was a cut
Supposed to
up
be
in
some
school. He was a cut up in school.
Yeah.
You was a cut up in school.
Well, yeah, we're artists. That's
Yeah,
what we do. They're eccentric.
Yeah.
They're special people.
yeah, yeah.
You
He
know?
was a cut up.
They're special people.
But yeah, Rusty. Yeah, I seen that.
Yeah,
Somebody
Rusty.
somebody posted on my Facebook Tales from the Hood, and it
Yeah.
brought back memories. And this artist is from Pittsburgh, Mr. Delgado.
Okay.
He put that out there, and then he tapped back, and I was like, oh, okay, Rusty. I
Yep,
said, oh
Rusty
yeah, we
Kunda.
grew up with Rusty.
Yep, Rusty
pretty
Kunda.
much. We grew
Yeah,
up
Tales
with
from the
Rusty.
Hood, man. I
Yeah.
want my royalty, but hey, that'll never happen.
Tales from the Hood. Yeah, yeah. It's funny. A lot of talent came out of the Berg. Back then and branched
Mhm.
out. A lot of them came and left. A lot of people don't even know about Black Caesar
Oh, they Wiz
and
Khalifa. That's it.
yeah,
It
Wiz
stopped
and
Wiz. I
Mac
was like, no,
Miller
you guys need to know the
and
history.
Mac
of
Miller, and
Pittsburgh.
then there's
Yeah, Wiz and Mac Miller. That's it. They're stuck.
Mailman. Mailman was out here,
They don't
and
even know about that. A lot of people, they're
yeah,
stuck.
and today Paradise is here.
Hmm.
Paradise. He's been here embedded for a while. I've been trying to get up with Paradise for years.
Okay.
Baby and them, they worked with him, and Vanessa. Before I was
Yeah.
I was on point. I would have got up with him, but when Michael Muhammad died, that kind of changed the whole
Right.
sling. He died unexpectedly. But yeah, it's been a lot of other stuff. But yeah, they
Uh,
kept the Pittsburgh music scene. Pittsburgh's hip hop scene is decent. It's
oh yeah,
growing.
and there's a lot of talented people. You mentioned Baby. Her singing voice is phenomenal,
Yeah,
and we all grow into our lives, to the point where we're family oriented and we can't do things. I
right.
wanted to produce some beats, and put that out on the map, but things happen.
Yeah,
People
yeah,
are older now, and
yeah,
there's a lot of great singers, you know.
yeah.
And,
That's real talk.
oh yeah, she wanted a couple beats, and
Yeah, yeah. It's funny because
I
I was talking to her yesterday about that, and she was talking about, man, I got all this stuff on all these different music. The producers, I used to always tell her, them producers, you had whole albums, whole projects.
yeah,
The
yeah.
producers went and threw them up there because
Oh, I
after,
had beats. I had beats.
yeah,
I
yeah,
can't put them out there now, but
yeah, they put
yeah.
her out there. Now I told her you got to go and try to see what type of publishing is there and get it
Hmm.
administered.
Hmm.
I mean, that's what you got to start looking into. Especially go to the producers first
Right.
that you work with, because she did so much stuff and she put it out there. And she used to go in the studio. She used to love to record and
Hmm.
just do her thing. And they, you get used in the studio like that from
Right.
different artists, or they're using your stuff, making money off of it, and you're not getting a nickel off of it.
Yeah. And she got a
So
great voice. A great
yeah, she
voice.
had one of them Phyllis Hyman type voices,
Definitely.
them strong
Definitely.
voices, they're powerful, they can
Yes.
go all day,
I
you know.
found out that my cousin Pee Wee dated Phyllis Hyman.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I did not know.
I wouldn't be surprised because Phyllis was
Not know.
basically, she was born here
Yeah.
and raised here, and then she left and went to Philly, you
Just
know.
before she went to Philly, they were an item, and they stayed that way while she was there for a little bit.
Right,
And
right.
then she did her thing, and he did his thing. But
Yeah, yeah,
yeah, I did not know.
yeah. You remember Luther?
Yeah, of
We grew
course.
up,
Luther,
and this is something. This is
I can still picture his guitar
Yeah,
in my
Luther.
head.
And this is iHipHopTV Conversations. I'm the host, PSTOCK, and we're here talking to music historian DJ Rob J. But we're just getting into our old childhood with the music. Music was a big part of our childhood.
Of
My
course.
brothers was in bands, had their own bands. I was in orchestras and bands and
I was in a band.
in the band. And then we got into the DJ. We changed with the time and incorporated everything along with it. But Luther, a guy we grew up in the
Yes.
PJs. We was in the PJs, and he
Hmm.
come out his mom's house and he sit on the bench out there,
Oh man,
and he play that guitar, man, all day. And anybody to
hours.
come into town, he would play with him. They'd get him first. He'd be the
Oh
first
yeah,
up. He knew
and a
everybody.
studio guitar.
Studio guitar,
Studio,
yep, recording,
yes,
yep.
yeah, fill-ins, everything.
Fillings, yep, he played with everybody that come to town.
Yes,
Even George Benson all the time.
yeah,
He used to
yeah,
play with George, and he had that kind of hand like
yeah. They
George
did the
Benson.
duet project.
Yep,
In the hip, it was before the crop, after the Crawford Grill or something. It was called the duet project. He was telling me about.
okay,
It was
okay.
dueling guitars.
Dueling guitars, yeah,
Dueling guitars. That's what
yeah,
it was.
because he'd play them all. He had the two lead, the double guitar. He
Oh
played for a
yeah,
while. Then
yeah.
he had
A
the
12 string.
12 string, yeah, the 12 string lead. He
Yeah,
sit out there and just go through them chords and those all day, all night.
all night.
Rest in peace, brother. Learned a lot about
Yes,
music
God bless
from
the
him.
dead.
Learned a lot of music from him
Sure
sitting on the
did.
bench,
Yeah.
and doing stuff, But
Brother
yeah,
Luther.
brother Luther. But it's been, when you think about it, and that's why I understand these independent artists.
Hmm.
Right now, who or do you get into the indie scene? Do well, all music, all artists are independent until they,
Yeah.
basically
Yeah.
get picked up. But who's a artist coming out that you don't think people know about that's hot right now?
Mm. Really couldn't say. I mean, there's a lot of them that are basic unknowns, and people don't realize it, and then all of a sudden they're
Yeah,
on iTunes.
yeah. You turned me on to Kevin Gates.
Oh
I remember
yeah.
that
Well,
back in when he came out.
yeah. When he wasn't even, nobody even knew who the cat was.
Yeah, yeah. That's
And
what I'm
I was
saying.
like, Kev, you gotta throw it out there.
Yeah,
Put it
yeah,
out there.
yeah,
With his crazy accent,
yeah.
the things he says. Oh man.
Nolans,
Uh,
Nolans. Yeah,
no,
yeah.
man, but there's his slang, man. He
Oh
took it
yeah.
to another level. Guys,
That's what
the
they do.
mess.
That's what they do.
I used to hate talking to
That's what they do.
man.
That's for real. So what we're gonna do? I got this last video. This is the throwback video. that I want to post. I always want to. I like to. I'm gonna start incorporating the throwback in the stuff, so to give the younger viewers and audience a chance to see something. And this is stuff that I've done back in the day with my man Nitty Biggs. This is another one. And so I did a lot of the camera work on this. This is the prime example when he was on Sky High and he did this. And eye patching them, they came with the project to the table. I was running around. I had a Canon GL1 3CCD and making it, and the filters making it look like film.
Yeah.
And these guys was like sitting there, and I was telling them, you're getting ready to spend money to you're going to shoot it in film. 16, you got to process it. You got to get the film. You got to have the cameraman.
And that's all bring it right there in the...
I could do it, but it's going to cost you a lot more money. And he wind up, going that route. And then we had the story set up, and then he wound up going back, changing it, and adding later scenes. But this was one of my favorite Nitty songs from back in the day. This is from probably like 2001, early 2001.
Okay.
And 19 years, hard to believe.
Man.
But Nitty's still relevant today in Brooklyn. But yeah, the track is by Relic, and Relic was hot. Relic was, he's one of the industry guys that
Relic.
Relic is hot. So him, Sifo, all them guys, you might not hear them like everybody else, but they getting their money. They doing them records that people are like, oh, I didn't know that was him. But but check this out. This is Nitty Biggs. This is We Ride. My man Suave chilling in the limo with him. Suave was all over the video. But here we go. Let's check this out. I'm PSTOCK. This is iHipHopTV Conversations.
Yo, alright, JYDs, junkyard dogs, heights. Let's ride till we die. Okay, let's ride. Fort Greene, Marcy, Bed-Stuy. Let's go. Let's go. Side. JYD, no drama slide. Plus the track is homicide. We ride, we ride. We ride. Gotta eat y'all when the beef collide. Gangsta shit, so does get vibe. Hit this dough, let's spit this pie. We ride, we ride, we ride. Want a war now? Brooklyn, want a bro now? Nitty Biggs, are you sure now? See these cannons, set their hinges off your doors down. Black Russia got a nigga tore down. I said it, yeah. I'ma wet them till they all drown. Greet a nigga with a fully loaded 4 pound. From the waist to the face to the floor down. Bullet holes for my name and my foes. You the king for the dope. Told y'all from the get go when we came to the dope. My dog be your name, you should know. To the mall when we aim, you gon' go. You ain't a dub, you a lame, let them know. You did it big, give a Nick Teddy Mo. You know the levers, Alvaretta, so you plot, yo. Shots pop for the cheddar on the block, so we drop tops like a rotor blue 6-4. Got a shit uncut, yeah, we spit raw. Caught the chrome, watch your jawbone get tall. Nobody saw above the law, get the picture. From here on, if you want it, got a clear wall. Cause on the real, we ain't really trying to hear y'all. See my dogs post up in the rear, y'all. Toast out, ski mask, we don't care, y'all. All my doors come from the gutter side. JYD, no drama slide. Touch the track is homicide. We ride, we ride. Gonna eat y'all when this beef collide. Gangsta shit, so does divide. Hit this stone, let's split this pie. We ride, we ride. When the cannons pop, better lock, close y'all doors. Need I spit more? Short score, sold y'all raw, told y'all all. 9 Glocks, 4-4, plunge holes in y'all. Rock wrists like frozen, huh? JYDs have y'all, and I be true, and I see yous is death to y'all win. I see you, necklace, whole weight rings, I see blue. Bloody money on the dice, we blue. Any chick I'm with, get brain, lead through. Y'all cool like air, see through. Eggshell white, hydro like got me tight. Henny, see, killer got me right. Y'all really wanna stop my life? Y'all really wanna rock my ice? Y'all really wanna trade me death for life? This toast, I toast, smoke neck bones like chefs. My dogs be gangster type, gangsters for life. All my doors come from the gutter side. JYD, no drama slide. Touch the track, it's homicide. We ride, we ride. Gonna eat y'all when this beat collide. Gangsta shit, so does divide. Hit this dough, let's split this pie. We ride, we ride. I'm in the Tahoe, eyes low, rockin' eyes leads, about to lock DOT like a OG and OG. We know where the dope be for 1G, your dogs and Toby. Pop off for them birds, y'all drop off. Blast that E, get the keys to the drop top pause. Nickel plate to your face for the safe for the law. The cake and of course, silence is snug. Triple beans, balance and drugs. Duct tape lips, bitch. Muffle your mug. Infrared scope, y'all frame the double the slug. the track is homicide. Let's ride, we ride, let's ride. Feel the heat, come on, let's ride. Let's go, need back. Come on, BK. We ride, we ride, we ride, ride. We ride, we ride, we ride. Oh, the ball, let's ride. When those come from the gutter side, JYD's no drama slide. Touch the track, it's homicide. We ride, feel the heat, y'all. Let's ride, let's ride, let's ride. Let's ride, let's ride. We ride. When those come from the gutter side, JYD's no drama slide. Touch the track, it's homicide. We ride. Feel the heat, y'all, when this beat collide. Gangsta shit, so does the vibe. Get this stool, let's split this pie. We ride. Relic, y'all, we ride. Nitty bitch, y'all, we ride. Ben Frank, we ride. Swamp Dawn, we ride. Soapside, we ride. Flatbush, we ride. Red Hook, we ride. BK Crown Heights, we ride. Bed-Stuy, we ride. Marcy, we ride. Brooklyn, we ride. We ride till we die, let's ride.
Everyone listen up.
Catch It's Lit TV.
Turn it on.
7 days a week.
Believe it.
Playing the newest hip hop and R&B videos
Music, interviews, videos.
on the Hype Network via Roku.
They talk to me in the streets, they be like, you be killing it.
Every night at 10 p.m. Central Standard Time and 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hosted by Lex Luger,
Come on, remember my name.
the Backwood Ambassador.
You know who plays new music first?
With the underground.
Catch your favorite artist as well as new artists
For all the music videos, news, interviews, and more.
on It's Lit TV.
Gotta rep the set.
Now, 7 days a week
7.
at 10 p.m. Central Standard Time and 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the Hype Network via Roku.
Keep it lit.
That's right, It's Lit TV is on 7 days a week, hosted by the Backwood Ambassador, Lex Luger.
It's in real life.
All
That's
right.
why I watch it.
We're back with this is iHipHopTV Conversations. I'm the host PSTOCK. We're here with Rob J, music historian, DJ extraordinaire, and the place to be. So we were talking about producers, earlier. We was talking about it. You mentioned the conversation during the break.
That's right.
You was talking about Gucci Mane's producer.
Oh yeah, Zaytoven. Good kid, man. I'm telling you, he's interesting, and playing the piano as a child in his father's church. I don't know if he thought he was going to become a producer, and he's a military brat, traveling, and his dad pretty much moved him to a decent neighborhood, and he's down in his basement playing, making beats, and then Sundays going to church, playing in the church. Yeah, your dad's a preacher. You're playing on point, and at night, his boys sneaking over, going in the basement, making beats. Gucci Man. It's like, you gonna get me in trouble, man. But they did it because Gucci was slinging, doing his thing. You got to make that paper some kind of way.
Yeah.
And they became best of friends, man. And that's history right there, because Gucci was really in the streets.
Right.
And Zaytoven, good boy. I mean, he's not in the streets. He's in church. What a combination.
Right.
And those beats were great. You had asked me about producers. Zaytoven's one of them. He's pretty good.
Yeah, that's very, very interesting.
Oh, yeah. I had track masters on the list,
Mm-hmm.
They work with a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
But who's at the top of my list?
Yeah. Premier.
Oh, yeah.
Premier is always there. For
Yeah.
real.
Because of the respect of the turntables.
Yeah. When it comes down to it, right?
Yeah. Well, that was my era.
Yeah. 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 Well, mine too, but
Oh yeah,
I
yeah. You carry crates, man. We go way back. I mean, it was two turntables and a microphone. And, you had the guy up in the front, on the mic, and the DJ was the beginning of. They would take and rip a telephone pole, the base of it open, and attach the plug, and we just start a party, and in the middle of a basketball court, So,
yeah,
Eric B. and Rakim. I mean, Eric B.'s name is first. Here's the DJ.
Yeah.
Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five. Grandmaster Flash was the DJ.
Was a DJ, right? Right.
Yeah. So it was the DJ was the base of everything.
Right.
Back then. So that's why we have so much respect and regard for the DJ.
Which is huge. It's very, very.
It really
huge.
is. It really is.
That's very huge.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I mean, it was Rob J and the Case Crew.
Yeah.
Rob J and Crush Crew.
Yeah, Crush Crew.
But I wasn't the rapper. I wasn't out there.
You remember the Cold Crush
yeah,
brothers?
Yeah.
Well, the people know that story. Their manager took their notebooks and jumped with the Sugar Hill Gang.
Man,
that's deep.
Oh,
That's
Sugar
music
Hill
history.
Gang. I remember in California. Remember, I had to go to California.
Yeah.
I was in
Couple
LA.
trips.
Yes. Well, this one trip, I got on there was payphones. We didn't have cell phones back then, and no internet. You could have a bootleg 1-800 number to call long distance, toll free. This group came out with Apache.
Oh, yeah.
Brand spanking new. I could not wait to call Pittsburgh. Do you remember me calling your house?
Yeah.
In California. Yes, you got to listen to this, man. This is crazy. Sugar Hill Gang. We were so hyped. I remember the day is clear. I was on Figueroa Street. Yep. And your mom was like, he's on the phone. He's calling from California. Yeah. I remember the Apache that came out. Yeah, Sugar Hill Gang.
I remember Apache. Now they use that big in all the. It's like, and it's nothing. I'm glad the cultures accept hip hop and embrace it and take it in. Hip Hop Nation is huge and strong. But anytime you go to a white club or a DJ when Apache comes on, they all hit the floor.
Yes.
They all hit the floor. You could hear it at their parties played at least once a night.
Yes.
Maybe even twice. And they got the long version too, the 7-8 minute version.
They do. And know every word.
And know every word.
Every word.
And then Carlton and Will Smith blew it to another level.
Yeah.
As well. Yeah. A lot of people, it's funny that they laugh when I tell them, yeah, man, Will Smith used to come in the summers and chill with us back in the day because his uncle was our boy. Played football with his uncles. Yeah, and his mom. Yeah. And he used to come up there and chill with us all summer. He used to keep us on point. Mark Hardy. Mark.
Yeah.
So
Mark's doing really good. I talked to him online.
Okay. Yeah, Mark's still in Lancaster, I think.
Yes, he's still in Lancaster.
Yeah.
And when he told us down in the park, he said, my nephew's going to be famous.
Yeah.
And we went over to Stutterford's and had them order Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince. He went with me. Mark went with me and introduced, me to the guy. I was like, I already know them,
Yeah.
And I got their first 12-inch. I don't know what happened to it. I remember it's red. Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince. When it first hit.
When it first hit, I remember. As Will told us that summer. Watch, he says, I linked up with Jazz. He kept talking about Jazz.
Jazz. No one knew.
Ronald Garland. Mark.
Yep.
All of us. I remember that. We used to hung.
We did.
We used to give him grief. We used to give Will grief when he came up. Though.
We did.
We
Yep.
used to give him grief. It was all in fun.
Well, we were young, of course.
But he was on point, and he blew up
Yep.
today. And it's funny
And
later
I
how
would have
things
never
go.
thought that, Will Smith would be where he is right now. I remember the kid,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah. Well,
Mhm.
and I've run into his people in Philly a few times,
Mhm.
and I never. He was already back and forth. He was already out of
Mhm.
Philly on Cali. Jazz. I sing. We used to do Philly Blaze with Jazz.
Mhm.
We used to have Jazz DJ. He was DJing for our Jazz back then. He was wanting to grip too, but we had him DJing the events. So because he
Right.
was a draw. He had that other a source of income, genre money come out. So we
Okay.
used to get Jazz. Jazz will pack a house. Touch a Jazz studio. He's the one who mixed and engineered Jill Scott's uh, platinum Grammy albums.
Yeah, I was going to mention he's a pretty good producer.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
Jazz. Yeah,
Hmm.
Jazz. Yeah, Jill used to work for Jazz. She was the secretary for Jazz in
Yeah,
his
it's that Philly thing, man.
Yeah, she was the secretary. You know who else is from Philly? A lot of people. You remember the Double Dutch guy? He was
Yeah,
from
yeah,
Philly. He
yeah,
was from
yeah,
Philly.
yeah,
Double Dutch
yeah.
guy. He was from Philly.
Buffalo girls go around the outside.
That was Malcolm McLaren.
Oh, okay, okay. I thought he was from Philly.
I don't know if Malcolm was from Philly. He could have been. The
Yeah,
music scene is so huge, vast
yeah. I
there.
could have sworn that because I had that 12-inch too that I ripped up.
Yeah, I remember that. I
Oh man,
remember
yeah, I had two of them.
that.
That
Touching back,
insane.
touching back.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna ask you this one. You remember this one? Because I remember we was DJing something. I forgot what event we was doing. Or it might have been a community house.
You and I've
Or,
done a lot of the events.
yeah, or something. But that time, what was it? Rocking It. That was out. Who was that? Treacherous 3.
Oh yeah,
That
yeah,
was it. That was
yeah.
the song. And everybody get up and that's how you get
Yes.
them dancing. You didn't want to let people sit. When we
Mm-mm,
DJ'd, it
mm-mm.
was a
And
no
then
to let people sit.
throw on another one, and next thing you
Yeah.
know, oh
We had
man,
people out there sweating, boys.
yes.
7-minute mixes and eight
Oh
minute
man,
mixes.
I did. I did. I did some dirty stuff to people.
I
It was
used to
terrible.
crack up. Boy, you see people looking
Mm-mm.
at you, man. You gonna play something where then you play something slow and everybody take a deep breath and
Yeah,
go
and
to the
then I
bathroom, cut out.
hit him
Yep,
like punching him in the stomach, man.
yep,
Like we can't even sit down.
yep. You remember
That's my
Hawk?
jam, though. Come on, that's my jam. They
You
just
remember
keep
Hawk?
going.
Daryl Hawkins? Whatever happened
Yes,
to Hawk?
I don't know.
Hawk.
No.
Yo, remember that?
Yep.
Yo, that's like he's from Detroit. How
Yeah.
did you go?
I
Yo,
wonder
he
what
cracked me up.
happened. Those were
Yeah,
good times.
yeah. Daryl
Man.
Hawk. Yeah,
Yep.
I
Sure.
remember we used his house and had a 99 center in his apartment
Sure
with
did.
PJs. That was
Told him we was gonna get
hilarious.
a cut, and we made that money and ran.
And ran,
I'm glad I
yeah.
don't know where he is.
Yeah, took that bread, boy. He got his hands full, boy. He was
Yep.
trying to regulate the beer. You don't regulate the beer from the
Oh
beer
no.
drinkers. Boy, he had
Never
that
prepared for.
keg. Y'all can have that beer. We let him have it. We're taking this money and
Yep.
we out. See ya.
Gone.
And they tore his crib. The only thing he had was perfect spot because the only thing he had in the living room was a car seat.
That's
Remember
it.
that he had he took a back seat out of a car.
Big open space.
Yeah, big open space inside of it there. And
Yep.
who was cooking chicken? He was. Hawk.
Yeah, I
Wasn't
think
Hawk
he did a
cooking chicken?
lot. He
He was
made the
cooking the
big batch
chicken.
of Kool-Aid that I dumped that grain alcohol in.
Yeah, yep. We had some parties. People don't look
Yeah.
at that, but we had some fun. You remember we busted up the frat house, the frat party.
Oh man, Big Milk Red Wine.
Yeah, but we had Big Milk. Rest in
I
peace.
called California on their phone that day.
Yeah, I remember that. Big Milk.
Yeah.
Rest in peace. We bruised
Yeah.
them, and these were football players. This was Julius
Yes.
Dawkins and.
Yep.
And these dudes, man, these were football players, but Milt was like the biggest dude in the house. Milt was
It
6'4",
was.
280,
Hung a cat
290.
over the balcony.
Yeah, yeah. And we
Yep.
was right across the street from the police station.
Right across the street. Right directly across the street. Drank up all this
Crazy.
stuff.
Crazy.
I dropped acid and it had just kicked in, right?
Uh-huh.
And I drank up all their stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Everything.
And it's funny because we was in high school. I was still in high school, and we
Mhm.
we at the party,
Yep.
and So we get to the college party, yeah, we thinking, man, see all the high school chicks there, man. What the
No.
hell got all these high school girls up in there, man? What's going on with y'all?
It was
This was
insane.
college. It was Julius Dawkins and
Yeah.
I forget who the other dude was. I think he was a fullback, a lineman, because I kicked
Yeah,
him in his
hit
back.
that lineman. I threatened him because he
Yeah.
was like, "Why are you going to the refrigerator?" I said, "Why you want to know?" And he jumped back and I pushed him. I was on acid. This dude was 500 pounds of solid muscle. He could have bent me in half.
Yeah, man.
Took their phone.
Yep.
Remember?
Yeah. We had Big Milk guard in their refrigerator. Don't let them in their refrigerator.
In their refrigerator. Remember? Because he
Don't
came
let
over
them
and asked me
in their
why I was there.
refrigerator.
And next thing you know, Milk stepped in front. They could not get in their own refrigerator. Drank up all their beer.
Yeah, drink up the liquor, everything.
Yeah,
we wouldn't let them get none. We just let the let the girls drink.
Yeah, the girls
high
were
school
drinking the
took
wine
over a
with
college
me.
party. Yeah,
Because I was standing by the wine. There was gallons of wine, so I had all these chicks standing there, drank up all their wine.
Mm-hmm. That was good.
Oh, that was terrible, Pete. You remember that?
Yeah, that
PSTOCK.
Yeah, I remember that. It was off the chain.
It really was off the chain. Yeah,
it was fun, though, man.
Because a couple of the girls were like, I DJ Carlo College.
Yeah.
That's how I knew.
That party.
I had DJ Carlo College, a big party. It was a huge party.
Yeah.
It was like a couple sororities and fraternities came together and had this. I can't remember the event. It was
probably one of them flings like spring fling or something
they
used to have, or one of them type of jobs, fall.
Yeah,
Festus
there was a frat and sorority came together, and it was That was. I'm gonna have to erase that.
It was deep.
Yes, it was.
Deep.
Yes, it was.
I remember we was at one party, and I was a little overly intoxicated. You remember we went in because you remember Fred? Was he the DJ? Who was the DJ? Remember they used to be with Mickey Farmer. Mickey Farmer DJ too, didn't he? Wasn't they DJ? We was at that party because
Mickey tried to, but he was more into photography. Remember, like either you're going to take
that's right.
Take pictures, or step away.
Yep. That's right.
You can't do both.
That's right. Pervert photographer.
Yeah, exactly.
But who was the DJ? Who was the white dude? Was that Fred? They used to DJ.
I can't remember.
Fred? I want to say Fred. He was a white dude. He was nice. He was down.
Yeah,
but I wasn't there. We was cutting up. You remember? And they threw us out the party because I stopped the record. I just picked up.
I can't remember.
I just came in to stop the thing. But you remember I got busted in the head with that baseball bat at the door. Hit me in the front.
I remember that now.
We was at Lecce. We was in Lecce.
Yep,
Lecce.
we sure were. Because I threw something back in the building.
Yeah.
As they were trying to come out.
We went to knock on the door to get back in, and they was like waiting. And they caught me. I mean, not the full thing, but they swung and got me right in the forehead with that.
Yeah.
Right in the forehead. I was moving back, and it got me.
Yeah, we destroyed that party, too.
Yeah, we did.
Just the two of us.
Yeah, we was
destroyed a whole entire party.
Yeah, we were nuts. Yeah. Don't go out and try this. Don't.
Yeah, kids, do not try this.
But we wasn't shooting. I think they did come out and chase us. They chased us.
Yeah.
But we hit the woods. They were scared of them woods. We weren't.
Yeah.
We hit the woods, and they just stopped.
Yeah.
Because I thought they wouldn't, but I turned around. There was about 5 or 6 of them running. I'm like, oh, let's go.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, we was out.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did some funny
but
stuff.
It was just 4 of us at the pit party. It was what, Richard?
No.
Me?
Hicks. No, it
Rick,
was more.
5 of us.
No, it was more. Didn't we have Ray with us? Little Ray?
No.
Ray wasn't with us?
I don't think so. It was.
What about Settles? Or Ron? Big Ron?
I think it was just 5 of us.
Huh. Okay, yeah.
Me, you, Hicks, Big Milk, and Richard.
Okay.
I think so.
All right. So, that's deep.
Going up against the whole entire Pitt University.
That's what it seemed like, right?
It did.
That's what it seemed like, right?
We bullied their whole.
Yeah, that's what it seemed like. That's what it seems like. Now DeMar's out there running, doing his thing on the campus,
The guy's
Hang in
good.
there, man. They took an L today, but
Right.
it's always next week. It gets worse and worse, for them. They got Notre Dame next week, so I think they can
Looking
beat
forward
Notre
to that
Dame.
game.
They
No.
can beat Notre Dame after what Louisville hung in there with Notre Dame today. I think they could beat them.
You think so?
Yeah, I think they can beat. They almost beat them last time they played them.
Okay.
No offense. If they don't have no offense, the defense is on point. Defense stops.
I'll be watching.
Offense is what kills them. Offense
I'll be
is
watching.
what's killing them. Yeah. But yeah, definitely, man. We're gonna have these conversations. This is PSTOCK. This is Conversations with Rob J. Thanks for coming through.
Yes, sir.
Spending the evening with us. We're definitely gonna have a part 2. Tied you up for a while, but I'd like to bring you through to critique some stuff and talk about
Most
some
definitely.
stuff again in the future. Definitely want to bring you through for that, man. Thanks for coming through. For
No
sure,
problem.
Peace and blessings.
Peace and blessings.
Definitely thanks for showing through, coming through the spot, man.
My pleasure.
My pleasure, man. Good. So Rob J, we're gonna check you. We're gonna go check out this ad. When we come back, we'll wrap it up. All right, Rob. Peace and blessings, bro.
iHipHop.
All right. Hey, this is PSTOCK, the host. We're back. That was great. This is the Conversations edition of iHipHopTV, and we definitely appreciate Rob J taking the time to come with us. But before we go, I do want to let people know, definitely check out the Lydia Harris, especially if you're in the Houston area, on this date, October 25th. Big shout out to Lydia Harris, long overdue. The Broadcast Houston event, it's a black and gold affair, the honor ceremony where Lydia Harris is being honored. She's the honoree as a woman of honor. So that's a great for Houston business with her catering and everything and what she does in the community and everything she does with the prison reform and everything she's on. So that's big, and we want to definitely, if you're there, go ahead, show some love, shout her out, go ahead and check out the event. If not, stay following. Definitely want to follow us on iHipHopTV.com. Go there, you see everything, the calendars, check it out. Definitely want to follow Aladdin 19, Mad Money Militia, Dark Diva in the house. Always know they'll keep you up to date what iHipHop is into. What's going on with iHipHop, and you definitely got to tune in, and you want to make sure that you touch base with us. But I am PSTOCK. This has been iHipHop Conversations. Thanks for watching. Check it out.
Baby hella bad too, long hair, body with them tattoos. I'm in the club, like here we go. She shaking it like Lucas, and I'm on that's a rock too. Digging, this is what I rock to. Heartbreak, new edition. Got the Benz outside, new edition. Nothing but the best that I dip in. Forget the rest, this is 2K pimping. California living, on the highway, California driven.
She bad, she know it. She ain't even afraid to show it. I'm on